Alright, so I'm gonna post this video outside at 4 or 5 in the morning, whatever time it is now. Simply because Ra is sleeping, and I just wanted to get some kind of deep thoughts out there. Um, I was just going through YouTube a little bit and realized it had been 10 months since I posted, probably since my last birthday. So, updates on what has happened. Well, I'm married now. Uh, Probably most of my followers know that. Hell, probably most of my followers were at the wedding. Um, my father-in-law passed away June 21st, 3 a.m. It's been a real rough time. I didn't realize how close I got to him until towards the end there. We used to text quite a bit. For a while, we were texting every day until he started getting sick. But the dude was definitely one of a kind. He was one of the funniest dudes I've been around. He could make fun of himself. He had endless stories about working in the music field for over 20 years. Uh, his roommate in the nursing home was telling us that he had dinner with Alice Cooper at one point, which I'm a big Alice Cooper fan from back in the day. But, oh, the lights went out. That's okay. They'll probably come back on randomly here. I miss the old house garage, and I apologize if this video is going to be a little all over the place. Like I said, it's late. I just want to kind of get my thoughts out here. But definitely going to miss Lars, my father-in-law. He wanted to do so much with me as a father figure, and he was much more of a father figure to me than my own dad. Not that that's setting the bar high, but he set the bar pretty high. Like, he's my second father-in-law. The number one thing I missed from my divorce, when all things were processed, I missed my son like hell, obviously. But once I got over my ex-wife, the only thing I really missed from my old life was having like an extended family, like having a step family. And after Renee and I moved in together, it was cool to get to know her kids and her family better, and continue to get to know them. It's amazing looking back at how much people have grown up over the past 6 years. Olivia was so little when we first moved in. Now it was like half her life ago. So I just want to kind of do this, say a little good thing about everybody on my mind right now. First off, my mom. My mom, even though she's been struggling to get rid of her boyfriend of a long time that's a little bit abusive and makes everyone feel awkward, my mom has been there for me through everything. And she was the second person that I called after my son when Larry passed away. And she had no problem with me calling her at 3:30 in the morning just to talk. So, a big shout out to my mom. Next, I want to shout out to Caleb's girlfriend and Sean's girlfriend, Sierra and Shelby. Sierra, I didn't really like at first because I didn't know her. Sean didn't give me the best impression of her because he said that she was offended very easily, and I am a Gen Xer, and that when people get offended, it pisses my generation off because it's like, wear a helmet, life is hard, get over it. But since I've gotten to know Sierra, she's a sweetheart. She really cares about everybody. And the more I get to know her, the more I like her, and she's fun to be around. Shelby's also a sweetheart. By far the best girlfriend my son has ever had, and I hope they stay together. And recently she even baked us cookies and cupcakes after Larry passed away, which was really sweet. And they tasted good too. Next, I want to talk about the girls, Olivia and Allie. Allie has grown up so much. Like, fourth grade until now, which she's going into sophomore year, just seeing her transform from this very naive, um, not even aware girl to now she's almost driving age. She's got her first serious boyfriend. Uh, yeah, I'm happy for her. Like, life is evolving. She changed her hair, trying new things out, even volunteered at the animal shelter, which is awesome. Been doing marching band for a while now, so that's cool too. And has recently been coming over a little more, so that's awesome. We all appreciate when she's here. Um, Olivia, the ba. Like, what can I say that I haven't already said about the ba? Like, the ba is probably the coolest chick I've met in my life. And I'm biased because she's my daughter, but you know how people get some bad traits from their parents and some good traits? She got all the good traits from both of us. Like, her mom um, she had the looks, obviously, when we were together, so thankfully my daughter doesn't look like me because I'm an ugly dude, or a halfway decent looking dude, however you want to look at it. But she got her mom's looks, both of our attitudes. She got the most intelligent part of both of our brains, so that was really cool too. And she's a people person like me, but she's also stubborn like her mom, where she's not going to put up with shit from people either. Just smart, cool, has a heart as big as anyone I've ever seen, about those she cares about, and is extremely loyal. Like, the most loyal head I could even ask for, and daughter. I can't say enough. Like, anger problems a little bit, but we're concentrating on the good here. And the bud knows how much I love her. On to the boys. Sean has grown up so much since we've seen him, and he's become much more of a people person than he was when we first moved in. So the go away turned into spending time with his sister, and you guys know what I mean by that if you're family. Just watching him mature over the years and go from, headset on, Xbox locked in for the entire weekend, to now playing board games, being social, keeping in touch with everybody. Like, it's really cool to see how far Sean has come, and to see where his career will take him will be awesome. Second year at Purdue, National Guard first year, double majoring, like working all the time. Like, I could not do what this dude is doing. And him and Caleb will both be 20 this year, which is awesome. On to Caleb, my firstborn. Man, dude, I hope you watch this video, and if you don't, I'm going to make you watch it, so tough shit there. Caleb has been my rock probably as much as my mom has. We've had our ups and downs through the years, but that's just part of growing up. But I leaned on Caleb even from the age of 3 on, like, just to be probably my best male friend. And obviously that wasn't true when he was 3, but as he's gotten older, I can say that my son is definitely my best guy friend I have. So I bug him a little too much, and I apologize for that. But dude has the biggest heart, and really cares about the people he cares about very deeply, and will go out of his way to help people with their problems before his own problems. So that can be a detriment at times, but I also get that because I share that in common with him. But he tries to make everybody happy as much as he can, and I appreciate that. And one thing he and Olivia share in common, other than being cool as hell, is that like, he gets how important family is. Like, I have seen him give up friend time before, to hang out with family when it's an important event. Like, obviously it's important to hang out with friends, when you're that age, because they're not going to be around forever. People move away, people change, people grow apart, especially after graduation. And that's part of growing up too. Like, I recently just had a lunch with a friend that I haven't seen in 20 years. It's awesome to reconnect with him. And we just talked for 3.5 hours. We easily could have talked another 10. Like, seriously. But I know Caleb will make it in the real estate world once we both just pass that stupid test. I hate the national test. I've been close. He's been close too. We're going to get through it, man. Nothing but love for my son, Caleb. And then let me talk about Renee a little bit. I don't need to go into details here, but we had an off again, on again relationship before we really became official. And once I got to know the real Renee, there was no question that that's somebody that I wanted to be around. Someone that I began to love even though I didn't want to at first. Someone that I cared about even though I didn't want to at first. And she gets that from her dad. And he, like, going back to Larry for a little bit, like, the dude cared about everybody else before himself. Like, even when he was dying, he's like caring about what's going on. His last day on earth, he was talking about if it's going to rain Saturday because we need rain, and if this is going on with somebody's life, and how's your job going, Caleb, and stuff like that. So Renee she's tougher than people think, and I know she's going to get through her dad passing away. But yeah, I tried not to love Renee, and that's why I know that this is meant to be. And that's why I married the woman that I love, because we both tried not to love each other and we couldn't help it. So we are definitely two peas in a pod. And I know that with her losing her dad, he's been her biggest supporter through her entire life. And they were very close, and I have to step up my game to replace part of that. I'm never going to replace a father's love for his daughter. I know that because I know how much I love my daughter and how that special bond is. But yeah, I can be nicer, and I've been trying, and I'll continue to try. And my New Year's resolution every year has been to be a better person, so I'm going to continue to work on that. I think we need to center our marriage around God a little bit more, and it grounds both of us. But we both like to act up, act immature, act like kids at times. So yeah, we just enjoy hanging out, watching TV, doing whatever we're doing. Rock band, casino, spending time with the kids, just even living life, like just doing stuff, dinner, going out, doing whatever we're doing. It's always an adventure. So yeah, as I look to the future, I am disappointed in myself a little bit that I couldn't pass the real estate exam while Larry was still here. I really tried hard, and there's 3 times that I felt like I should have passed it, and I missed it by 2 or 3 questions. And he just never stopped talking positive about me once he got to know me. And that I will be eternally thankful for. He was also, one of my biggest supporters. So I'm going to miss that. And he was truly a father figure to me. And I don't want to tear up here, so let's get back to Renee for a little bit. Yeah, Renee is just always there for me. Like, that's the point that I wanted to drive home. This woman stood by me longer than I probably would have if someone put me through that. And I know that our relationship has bent, but it's never broken. And I think our roughest years were probably the first year we lived together. And then the second, because first it was how are we going to run the household? What are the rules? How are all the kids going to interact? How are we going to treat all the kids? Got easier as the kids got older and are a lot more independent than they were. And we've all kind of gotten to know each other really well and get along really well, and have fun when we get together, which is awesome. But I think once we went through her divorce and the bankruptcy and all of our hard times that we did, her dad passing away is just another one of those hard times that I know we'll get through. Yeah. I can't really say enough about how much she has stood by me and supported me through everything. And that's why I'm so anxious to pass my national board so I can start to support her and put her in a situation where she doesn't have to work as much and she doesn't have to make as much, so her body can rest a little bit and I can make some good money and put our family in a better position. So I believe the future is bright. We're definitely going to miss Larry, but and I miss our old house garage because I don't really have a good place to go now to make these videos and clear my thoughts, so I went outside. This is kind of my new happy place. My son got me the fire pit, which is awesome. Maybe we'll do a fire tomorrow if it doesn't rain. Having the heads here doing gloom is going to be amazing. It's been too long. I was kind of expecting an unrealistic summer with us hanging out. Like, I envisioned like half the days of the summer we were going to hang out, or maybe a third to be realistic. But with everybody working and Olivia having band at night, it would require us to get together at 9:30. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. And then funeral for Larry on Wednesday. It's going to be a rough day. A lot of crying, I'm sure. And then life resumes on Thursday. Renee goes back to work. And then after Saturday early, I won't see any of my kids from Saturday until at least probably the following Sunday. So it's definitely going to be a rough time for me not seeing them, but they know how much I love them and they're going to have fun on their trips. So I'm glad they can do that. I'm trying to think of anything else that I want to say here before I go. Not really. So with that, I'm going to close this video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Just clearing my mind, and maybe I'll post here a little bit more and just be silly or bring back Good Water Sip or Diamond Casino or whatever, Any comments of anything that anybody that follows me or sees this wants me to make a video on, I would gladly do it. I need help with editing. I never edit. I need help with topics. Anything you guys want to hear my opinion on, I would love the feedback. So I've been struggling, but I've also been happy. When someone dies, it's a sad time, but it's also a happy time because you get to reflect on everything that they meant to you and remember all those good times and the laughs and the tears. It's been up and down this week, but I know as a family we're going to move on and we're going to have a lot of happy memories to share. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm out.